Most of us will have endured the bit of a workshop or meeting where the facilitator says, "Right now, everyone in the room will introduce themselves for 2 minutes." If there are more than about 10 people in the room, it will drag on, wasting time and energy. There are so many ways it can go wrong. People talk too long, and facilitator is unable or unwilling to keep to time. People ramble within their 2 minutes, not saying the relevant stuff. Those about to speak will be too nervous mentally rehearsing what they're going to say, and those who have just spoken will be going over their spiel again, realizing they've missed out the most important bit, so there's a dead zone before and after each speaker. And even if it does work, and everyone keeps their self-introduction brief and informative, it's too much information in too short a time. People will end up focusing on 1 or 2 other people they want to chat with, and that's the limit. So what is to be done? Well, admitting that this so-called democratic structure doesn't actually work would be a start. Giving a name badge to everyone would be another start. And if you're a facilitator, think about other ways of getting people to know who else is in the room. One that's worked for the maker of this video is to adapt the spectrum tool. You'll need a bunch of different questions that will give you a spread of answers, and you'll need to warm people up with simple and harmless examples. You nominate one end of the room as A and the other end as Z, and you say something like, "Right, if you were born at the local hospital, come stand at A. If you were born on literally the other side of the planet, stand at Z. The rest of you guesstimate the distance to where you were born. Then turn to the person closest to you. Introduce yourselves." As people get used to it, you can start throwing in who feels how confident of their knowledge on subject X, or their skills and abilities around Y, or what opinion do people have on controversial subject Z. You could even have a spectrum form into a U shape and bring opposing viewpoints together. And finally, here's another idea. If you do a spectrum at the beginning of a day or the beginning of a session, then in the immediate post-lunch dip you could work it as a re-energizer. Through the morning you could have asked people what subjects they wanted spectrums performed on, so they could see what other skills and ideas and opinions were in the room. Anything to get people out of the 2-minute debacle.